Please forgive me because like actually I'm just connected to mobile because of internet connectivity issue. Yeah. So just going through this. So we see a lot of things happening. There is a lot of demand for the Scrum Master and the project management roles coming up. So we can see a lot of demand in the coming decade. Okay, so what actually our main this going to be like? Okay, once you're done with the Scrum Master certification or getting the job, so you may have a little confusion like what next, what where I can fit into, or like that's okay. You have been doing that Scrum Master role for 1 to 2 years, and what next? Then I can say like it's going to be much a beautiful career after that. It not only does it is going to be a good salary. You can upskill, okay, and you can also move into the manager roles, okay. And the very good part about this one is work-life balance. See, you have people who will be working on developing a project. You will have people who are working on the testing on the particular product that they have developed, and there will be you will be not as such. I say like you don't do anything by your own. You will be helping the people. You will be helping the organization and resources to do that. So I can say because of this, work-life balance is going to be much more, good in the Scrum Master role. If you see with respect to the project management or with the developers or the testers, I say like work-life balance is going to be very much pretty here in this case. So what actually the Scrum Master you need to have is like, you should have good communication skills. You should have a good listening skills, okay, because you need to be there to understand the problem, the pain areas of the people. Okay, you should upskill the at the same time, like you should have this curiosity to learn something new, upskill it. Okay, and there will be a tool called Jira to track the tickets or to assign the project or do that. So Jira knowledge is one of the important things for a Scrum Master should have, and of course the risk management comes in parallel. So average salary that you can expect is twice that you are gaining as of now. Okay, with the years of experience. So yes, and the career growth part which I'm saying is this one. You will have you can move it to from Scrum Master to Senior Scrum Master. Okay, you can move to this Agile coach. Okay, you can become a project manager and you can become a product owner if you are interested. So these are the different roles which you can move in after becoming a Scrum Master, and these are very I can say yeah very good in terms of the money or salary that you get as well as on the job satisfaction. Okay, so if you're mostly interested, like yeah, this is one thing. And here, like you don't need any of the technical skills to become a Scrum Master. Only thing is to understand the process, understand, help the people and the organization. So, any questions on this one? My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So fine. So let me go through like the job opportunities. Before the job opportunities, I would like to show you like there are two certifications which I said. One is on the PSM certification from the Scrum.org. Another one is CSM certification from Scrum Alliance. Okay, and the validity which I said is the CSM certificate is valid for 2 years, whereas the PSM is valid for lifetime. So generally recommend this one. It is of $200, so which is almost 16,000 INR, 16,000 rupees, and it is lifetime validity. And CSM certification, of course, these are held by the Scrum certified trainers from CSM, and that will be conducted in one of the hotels or somewhere there in an organization, and that will be for 2 days. Once you come attend the particular training, you will be getting certified. So again, after 2 years, again you need to renew that. So that's the only headache that you have with the CSM part. Okay, and so let us try to understand this one. Where actually, uh, let me know if you are able to see the screen here. The trees. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we would like to. I mean, where actually like our previous the waterfall. Someone was saying that the waterfall model, one of the disadvantage with particular agile way. So if you let us try to understand this picture, we will just go through this the right hand bottom corner picture where a tube is tied to the branch. Okay, so this is actually the customer needed, and if you go to the top left corner, this is what actually the customer explained it. So he want to have something and he explained a different way. But when you come to the next picture, the project leader, okay, understood in a different way. The engineer designed in a different way, and the programmer wrote in a different way. Okay, and how the salesperson has explained that is in a different way. So all these things, like if you see, uh, do you think like what is the actual problem that you see in this project execution? The customer actually wanted this, and the way it was developed is something different. So do you see any problem here, and what problem do you think is happening? Uh, one of the important thing as a Scrum Master is to be more interactive in this particular training, because it involves a lot of discussions, and you will understand more concepts clearly once you have a talk. So yeah, please come up. Like, do you think there is any mismatch in the customer requirement together with the way it is developed?
I think there is a lot of deviation here between expectation
Mm.
and what's developed.
Right, right. So there is what he explained, what he expected was something different, and what they have delivered is something different. And why do you think that happened? What should have we done, or they might have done, so that it could be reverted, or it could be minimized, that particular deviations or something? What should we? I mean, what might have been done, or like what should have been done so that we should have averted this particular mismatch?
We, the customer could have reviewed the product
Hmm.
at early stages.
Okay. Right. Right. Yes. Exactly. But the customer won't come to you unless the one of the biggest thing is like he expects that you are doing perfectly. Maybe from his side, yeah, he might have done, but all the customers are not like that. They won't do that. So, what perspective from our organization point of view, from the developers point of view, do you think should have been done? So it's
He
not the
should,
customer who.
yeah, he
Yes,
should have created a prototype and give it a demo.
who customer or
For developer.
the team developer. Okay, so the thing here is like developer might have understood something, and he should have reached to the customer and asked his feedback, like whether he's doing correctly or not, right? I
Correct.
think that's what they didn't do it. So
Hmm.
there was a lot of communication gap. There was no feedback that was happening. Even if the feedback was happening, they were not able to take it or reconfirm it. Okay, they were not able to adapt to it, right? So these are things which are missing altogether, I can say, right?
Correct.
So so what you were expecting was something different. What the customer was expecting something different. What they have delivered is something different, which is of no use. So this happens a lot of time. I want this a little story which I have made it for you people to understand, like where the Scrum or Agile is a very good fit in, and where we are doing wrong. Okay. So I would like to take one scenario like where try to understand this one. You will easily understand. Okay, in a house, like you have a parent, one of the parents said to cook the food, and and she said to cook the food, and she went outside, and while going out she forgot the mobile in her home. Okay, and she went for shopping now. So as a kid, like what you're going to do, because your mother or a parent has said to cook, and you are in the home now, you have all the facilities in the home, and you need to cook now. Okay, but the only thing is your parent or the person who has given you the instructions, he is not there, or he is not there. What you will do in general, what we will try to understand from our memory, like what the instructions that are given, and we'll try to cook. Okay, and we will see, like if we forgot the recipe, what we are going to do, we are going to ask someone, either the neighbors or whoever, go to the YouTube. As of now, like we see the YouTube, see the steps and to try to make them. Okay, and we will try to prepare as per the instructions given by her or by the YouTube, and we will see the food getting ready. Okay. Now this is one scenario where you are doing alone. Okay, you are not there with no one is there around you. Now let us take this scenario too. Okay, the mother or the parent was given, no, she is there with you now, and now you are asked to cook the food, and now you are trying to cook the food now. But whenever you are trying to make something, you will ask her something about the recipe, right? Previously, in that scenario, there was no communication because like she forgot her mobile and she was not there. You saw just with the YouTube recipe part and you did it. But here, like there was someone you asked her the recipe and you are doing as per the instructions. Okay. But every now and then you are giving her the food to taste, right? Like, like either the salt is good or the spiciness is there, okay, or like how is it sugary or is it something like that. So you were asking her to taste and you are giving the feedback, okay, and you are adjusting the ingredients as per food. Now, in these two scenarios where you were previously cooking by your own and you are cooking with your parents or someone nearby, where do you think this particular thing is going to be a good dish? In which scenario? One or two?
Second one.
Second one. Anyone else? Can I guess? Yes, sir. Anyone else?
Second, sir.
Second. Why do you think the second scenario works well? I mean, the dish is going to be good at this particular.
Because we got the feedback at every step.
Right. At every step we pass. It's not that we got the feedback. It is you have taken the step to ask the feedback, right? Even the mother is there. If you have not asked her the feedback, probably or the parent, they might have not given you the feedback. Okay, the customer is there always. Only thing is you are not going to showcase what you are doing. So there you are doing a wrong thing. Unless you go and approach and ask the feedback, no one is going to give the feedback. So one of the thing is that, right? So yes, asking her the feedback is one thing which helps to cook the food nicely. Another thing, any other thing which helped? Okay, you have taken the feedback now. What if you are so stubborn? You are so this thing where you don't implement what they have said. What she said, like it is very salty or it is very spicy. Do something, but you are not taken any action. What is the thing that you have to do? So unless you take an action on that, you try to adapt to what the feedback that is given, it is not going to work out, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, see, this is actually. So you are working on that particular project. You are showcasing something. If you showcase only, they are going to give you the feedback. Okay. They might have given you feedback, but if you are not working on the feedback, also that's of no use. So the main agenda, the main point over here is it's mostly the customer centric, working as per the customer needs, helping the customer, and at the same time improving the way of we are working. Okay, and trying to refine our the way we work will help you to get the good results. So that's all about the IT way of delivery. Okay, so I think most of the people you might now know this waterfall model, like where just I will go through for 2 minutes on this one. If you see the waterfall model, you have so many phases in this waterfall model. Like you have the requirements phase, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. So once you get the requirement, okay, the people will be collecting the requirements, and once the requirement I mean, it may take a lot of time to get the whole requirement all together. And once you get the requirement and everything is okay with the customer, now they will going to freeze this particular requirement phase. Okay, and then they will be moving into the design phase. So by the time the design is everything is over and they get a sign off for the design also, then only they will be going to the development phase. Now the developers who are there waiting for 2 months, okay, they will start working from the third month. Okay, and once the development is over, then you'll go to the testing. The testing team is going to wait for almost 3 months to get it done, and they'll be waiting idly till the work gets done. So at the same time, deployment part as well as the maintenance. So in this waterfall, the disadvantage is if you see a lot of time is getting wasted on waiting. You will not have any feed. The 100% resource utilization is not happening here. A lot of resources are getting wasted, and once you have everything signed off, it is getting freezed, and you can't modify anything in between. If say customer comes in between, design and development phase and asks to modify something, they are not going to do it, or they may ask you to come with the next phase. So this is disadvantage. One thing on the waterfall model, I think, because of which once you start, the time you get that particular product out in the market, it's going to be something different, or it is going to be not little, a lot of time is going to take to be in the market, and there's going to be a lot of changes happening in the market at that particular time. So I think the purpose of delivering fastly, making with the keeping the customers and the customer in mind, I think the essence is lost in this waterfall model. That's why they have been going into this particular way of working called as agile. Okay, so this is agile in the sense it's a way of agile methodology is an iterative approach. Okay, it's an iterative cyclic approach, where you constantly work, get the feedback, and try to modify, adapt to that particular feedback, work, and these type of things happen in this particular waterfall model. So in agile, it's actually a methodology where you have a lot of frameworks developed under this particular agile. One is as I said, Scrum. We have Kanban. We have Lean, extreme programming, and all. So in our course, we are going to cover on the Scrum and info about the Kanban, and other we are not going to touch on it. Okay, so this is a general thing. So before going to the Scrum, may I know where did you hear this? Have you ever heard this particular Scrum before, or it's only in Agile you heard this Scrum? Before that, have you come across anywhere this particular word Scrum?
No.
Okay. So for your information, I would like to give you this particular word, from where it has come. So actually, this has come from the game called as a rugby. Okay, rugby. I think here, in India, we rarely play, but in US, in other countries, it is now played. And in the rugby part, there is a word called scrummage. So from there, they have taken this particular word. The scrummage is nothing but whenever there foul happens, okay, mistake, something happens, then the referee is going to stop the game, ask them to start once again. So the ball is placed in between the two teams, and the two teams will make sure that the ball doesn't go to the other team. So they are going to restart the game in that way, and they are going to pass the ball back and forth, okay, so that the ball reaches the other team's post. So the scrummage is nothing but restarting the game because you have made some mistake. So I think from there the scrummage has come, and the word they have taken from there, the Scrum part. Okay, so this is something which I would like to stop it here today. Okay, tomorrow we will go ahead and deal how actually the Scrum has come into picture and who developed these things. Before that, how Agile came into picture, what is Agile manifesto, the principles and values in the Agile, and from where how we have derived this Agile part, Scrum part, and Kanban and all. So any questions over here, anything that you would like to have a discussion on this so that we can.
Hi, sir. In this course, which framework we are going to discuss?
Scrum. Only Scrum.
Only Scrum. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So a brief intro. Okay. Before we wind up, I will just say actually how the Scrum is going to look like, the Scrum framework, so that you will not have what actually happens in like how it is suited to all the people, whether we are fit or not, that you can understand here. So there are actually 5 events in the Scrum. Okay, there are 5 events in the Scrum. 3 people. Okay, and I can say Scrum team. We have 3 pillars of the Scrum. Okay, we'll anyway, like tomorrow is going to be another demo for 1 to 2 days. I will clearly explain that, so you can attend, not an issue. Then so we have 5 events, uh, 3 pillars. Okay, and we have 5 values and 3 altogether the resources over here. Okay, so what actually happens is once you get the particular requirement, okay, that is the product information, then you will be creating a particular backlog that is called as a product backlog. Backlog is nothing but a list of items which are to be written, so that you will be working on it and create a product. The person who owns this one is a product owner. He will be working with the customer as well as with our team. Okay, he is responsible for creating this product backlog together with the development team. So okay, now the product owner once so there will be a meeting called as a sprint plan event called as a sprint planning meeting. Okay, and this planning meeting, like they are going to discuss on what things they need to work on this particular sprint. Then you will ask me like, what is this sprint? The sprint is almost a event, okay, which is time boxed for 1 to 4 weeks. So depending upon your work, you can choose either 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So as I said here, you have this sprint 1 to 4 weeks. Within these 4 weeks, you will develop certain feature of a particular product. Okay. So you will take few of the items from this particular product backlog, and you will work on this one. Okay. And daily you will have a check for your progress, how you are doing. That is called as daily scrum. Okay. And once everything is ready in these 2 weeks or in 4 weeks, at the end of the sprint, you have an event called as sprint review. So you can see that here, sprint review. This sprint review, like you are going to showcase what you have worked with the customer. So the customer is going to have the working software. Okay, he's going to see like how it is going to work. Then you will have a retro. A retrospective meeting is something you'll be discussing like what you have done in wrong and what you have done very well and what you have to improve or continue. Those meetings will be held in the retro. So these are the 5 events. Okay. Now you may think like, what as a Scrum Master I'm going to do now? As a Scrum Master, you will be working with the product owner to finalize or to prepare this particular product backlog, sprint backlog. Okay, you will be working with the development team. To maybe like you will conduct, or there is no need to be there for the daily Scrum, but yeah, you will be one to help the people if they have any problem. You will be the person to remove the impediments. Impediments are nothing but any blocks that you get in the blockages, in the sense like if you are working on something and you're not able to move forward because of certain issue, maybe infra related or a password related with the DBT, some whatever issue. So we will be facilitating those type of issues, helping the team people. So you will be working with those teams and try to resolve the issues. Okay, and you will be conducting all these events. Okay, and you will be helping the team all together. So it's like the major. You will be there helping the team, organization, resources, and everything. Okay, so he as a person, like he is the one who facilitates the events. He's an agile coach. If there are new people coming into your new team, okay, most of the team, the freshers, they don't know like how to work in agile way. So you will be the person who will be teaching them, coaching them. You will be giving the team support, helping the team to do the thing. I mean, do the job. You'll remove the blockers. So if there are any blockers, like as I said, DBT is not giving you the credentials to log in. There are certain instances in your infra you're not able to get it. Or DevOps, they have some problem with running that particular pipeline. So whatever, you will be Scrum Master, will facilitate, help the people, coordinate with the people and remove these blocks. He will be reporting to the higher management with the performance, how the project or the sprint is going on. He will be maintaining the tools which are required, like Jira or some other tools which are required, and he will protect the team. Okay, he will be, it's like big brother role, like being with the team, helping them out. So it's mostly in all these things you will not come across any technology. So from whatever stream you are, either you're testing DevOps or infra related or AWS, whatever it is, you will not come across any technology related stuff. You will not write any code. You will not write any query. Nothing of that sort. You will be just there helping the team out with all these type of activities. Okay. So we'll also cover this particular tool called Jira. With there we will see like how to create the task, user stories, how to take the graphs and all. So these are the things which a Scrum Master does. So this role is something, it's very flexible role which helps together. It's an added advantage that you have. So yeah, any questions on this one? So
Hi, sir. Are we going to discuss only Scrum Master roles, or are we going to discuss total Agile process?
yes, see, as per this, we will going to discuss. We will be downloading the Scrum guide from the Scrum. As per the Scrum guide, we are going to discuss on the roles of each of every individual, like product owner, development team, Scrum Master, and how they are to be implemented. What are the rules we have actually? I mean, how the product owner should behave, or how the Scrum Master should behave, or do the things as per the Scrum guide that we are going to discuss. So the whole thing is going to, the training will be on the rules and the principles which are laid in the Scrum guide. So the whole, and we are also going to discuss Agile. Agile is going to be there in the 12 principles and 4 values. And the Scrum guide, thoroughly Scrum guide, it's of 14 pages. So we will be downloading that and we'll be discussing each and every line from there, and the roles and responsibilities and the events, all the pillars, everything. So it's going to be on that.
Oh, so the process, what is the process we follow in Agile from starting PI, PI to that last review
Review, retrospective.
Everything will be discussed, right?
Yes, everything will be discussed. Yes, everything. What are the things which are involved in every event? I mean, so in the planning, what happens actually? What techniques will be using? What prioritization techniques, estimation techniques that are used? As a Scrum Master, what you need to do? So everything, the roles and responsibilities, everything will be discussed in each and every event. What one has to do, so that we will be taking care. So yeah, all the events will be discussed as per the Scrum Master, as per the Scrum guide. So even if you go outside, like you will be able to do that by your own.
Generally, what would be the duration of this course, sir?
Yeah, actually, it's for 25 days.
25 hours.
25 hours. Yes.
So for these 25 hours completely, we are going to discuss all these Agile ceremonies and all.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So was our discussion is going to be on? Sorry.
Course fee.
I think the DURGASOFT have kept some fee, right? We have 5K.
Okay.
So all the videos will be uploaded, all the documents which I share, even this one will be uploaded. And every day, like whatever the topic that we discuss, like that will be uploaded in the shared drive. That will be given access to you. And of course, together with that, I have also, exam point of view, the questions, and also the interview point of view, the questions like also will be uploaded. Okay, and we will also take a few mock tests for 3 to 4 classes. So that will also be discussed. And the topic that I cover, it will be mostly on highlighting on the interview perspective and the exam point of view, where I will be highlighting that in a red color so that, you can easily remember. And there I will highlight the things. So that will be more useful. Yes. So something like this. Yeah, maybe here, like, okay, where we need to stress more on, like, so these are everything will be uploaded as per after the discussion every day. Okay. So we'll go through tomorrow also. Like we have a demo. I think for 2 to 3 days we have a demo. You can join there again. We'll go in detail each and everything.
Sir, after this class, should we prepare anything, or can we directly attend the classes? Like right? Most of the people are working professionals, so they may get time or they may not get time.
Yes. So if you sincerely attend from 1 to 25 class, I mean those classes till the end, and simultaneously, I recommend you to go through the documents which I am sharing. Okay. Then you can easily get into the. But I recommend you to go for a certification because that's a filtering criteria. Okay. So, but internally, if you can go internally, you can just jump over.
If you don't want to do certification, just we want to have some knowledge on this Scrum Master.
Yes, you can.
So, is there any preparation required? Like, see, actually, I'm telling my case only. I don't have time to spend apart from the classes. So, will it work? Will it work, sir?
Yes, it is going to work. Not an issue. You can coolly prepare. Prepare in the sense you can go through and with that particular knowledge you can implement. I mean, anyhow you are going to refer one sometime, right? For any doubts and all. That's more than enough.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Well, any other questions? No. Okay. So tomorrow again, I think for 2 to 3 days, like we have this demo running out. You can we will go with the next topic on this particular thing. So yeah, there we are going to discuss. If you have any doubts, yeah, you can ask. Okay. We'll meet tomorrow in that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.